BrowseComp Plus is a benchmark for multi-hop reasoning across 1,000 web documents, 6 to 11 million tokens of text. GPT-5's standard context is 272,000 tokens. Even its million token maximum isn't close. GPT-5 scores 0, the input simply doesn't fit. Jung, Kruska, and Khattab at MIT wrap that same GPT-5 in recursive language models. No weight changes, no architecture changes. The score goes to 91.3%. The model never reads the full corpus. It writes programs that navigate it. Researchers tested 18 frontier models, GPT 4.1, Claude 4, Gemini 2.5, on growing inputs. Every one degrades. They call it context rot. Performance decays systematically as inputs lengthen. Models attend to the beginning and end of their context but go dark in the middle. Accuracy drops exceeding 30%. And here's the real problem. Your effective context window is far smaller than the number on the spec sheet. Even models with million token windows lose critical details. More context doesn't mean better understanding. So what if we stop trying to fit everything in? Here's the insight. Don't put the input in the model. 1,000 documents. A research question. Which company's CEO keynoted the same conference where a certain paper was presented? 11 million tokens, 50 times the context window. Paste it all in, the model chokes. RLM stores the corpus as a variable in a Python workspace. The model never sees the raw text, just a name and a size. Context, 11 million tokens. Now it writes code, filter for conference and keynote, narrowing 1,000 documents to 12. Call itself on each match to extract names, cross-reference. The model planned the strategy, wrote the code, and called itself. The long context problem just became a programming problem. Let's watch this work on a harder task. Question. Summarize the key findings across this entire corpus. The model sees only metadata, context, 11 million tokens. It can't read this directly, but it has a REPL, a read eval print loop, where it can write code to explore it. Iteration 1. Chunks equals split context by 500,000, breaking the data into 22 pieces. Iteration 2. For each chunk, it calls itself. Summary equals subcall, model, chunk, extract key findings. Each subcall spins up a fresh workspace with just that chunk, small enough to actually read. 22 summaries come back. Iteration 3. The model combines them. 22 short summaries fit easily in one call. Final equals subcall, model, all summaries, synthesize. Here's the critical constraint. After each iteration, only a progress line feeds back into the model's context, not the data, just execution state. 22 chunks created, 12 themes found. The actual summaries stay in workspace variables. The raw data, all 11 million tokens, never enters the context window. The model navigated a corpus 50 times larger than it could ever hold. Every coding agent can run Python, so what makes RLM different? One design choice. Standard agent frameworks paste your input into the context window, then let the model write code around it. Seems reasonable, but it fails completely for large inputs. The paper tested exactly this. Give the model code execution, give it subcalls, but put the prompt in the context window instead of an external variable. The result? 0% on BrowseComp Plus. Code doesn't help if the context is already overwhelmed. RLM's key insight is that the prompt is only an external variable the model programs against. The context window stays clean, just a scratchpad for reasoning. And because results accumulate in workspace variables, even the output has no length limit. The model builds a million token answer one piece at a time. Nobody programmed these strategies. The model discovers them on its own. First, filtering without reading. It writes regex queries to search for keywords in the corpus, using its prior knowledge to guess what to look for, without ever seeing the raw text. Second, recursive decomposition. It chunks the input by new lines, processes each chunk with a subcall, and combines results. Divide and conquer, emerging naturally from code execution. Third, variable assembly. For tasks needing long outputs, it builds answers piece by piece in workspace variables. stitching subcall results together into a final document that can be far longer than the model could ever generate directly. The paper tests 4 benchmarks, each harder than the last. First, needle in a haystack, find one phrase in millions of tokens. Simple retrieval. Both GPT-5 and RLM handle it. Second, BrowseComp Plus. Answer questions buried across 1,000 documents. 6 to 11 million tokens total. GPT-5 alone, 0%. The input simply doesn't fit. RLM wrapping GPT-5, 91.3%. Third, Oolong. Semantically classify every entry in a long dataset. This requires linear work, touching nearly every input. RLM improves GPT-5 from 44 to 56.5%. Fourth, Oolong pairs. Compare every entry against every other entry. That's quadratic work, n-squared comparisons. Standard GPT-5, 0.1%. RLM, 58%. The harder the task, the bigger the advantage. RLM isn't just more capable, it's cheaper. Directly ingesting the full corpus costs $150 to $275 per query. RLM averages 99 cents, up to 3 times cheaper. But it's model dependent. GPT-5 makes about 10 precise subcalls per task. Qwen 3, Coder makes hundreds, same scaffold, very different planning quality. And below 16,000 tokens, the scaffold overhead actually hurts. Just use the model directly. One more result. Fine-tune Qwen 3 8B on just 1,000 RLM trajectories, 48 hours on H100s, and it learns recursive self-calling natively. 28% improvement across 4 benchmarks. The standard approach has been to expand the context window. Bigger windows, better attention, longer training. RLM keeps the window small. Stores data externally, lets the model write code to access what it needs. Same weights, same architecture, just a Python workspace and recursive self-calls. What makes it work is the combination: external storage, code execution, and a model that can call itself. Together they turn a context length problem into a compute problem. A small model fine-tuned on 1,000 RLM trajectories learns this natively. Recursive self-calling as a general strategy, not a scaffold bolted on.